Hey hotshots, Jess with Emotional Fire Academy here to talk about feeling flawed as a highly sensitive person. Try this. We're going to solve this thought issue today. Welcome, I'm Jess. I am a master NLP practitioner and former firefighter. And that's what we do here at Emotional Fire Academy. Welcome. This is a channel for HSPs who want to up level, evolve, transcend. So subscribe if that sounds like something that resonates with you. This was a thought I used to carry for a very long time before I really went through my transformation, that I was flawed, that there's something wrong with me. So again, I'm not passing judgment. I'm helping you out of this mindset, this thought, this painful thorn of a belief, because it's really when you sink into that and really believe it and feel it, it hurts. It's not a pleasant feeling. And so again, this thought could be there's something wrong with me. I'm flawed. I don't belong here. I actually made a video on I don't belong here. Check that out. I'll link it above. And so this is kind of how many HSPs find their way to the description of being an HSP. There is a fundamental belief that there's something wrong with them. There's something off. There's something different. There's something amiss. Any one of those flavors of thoughts, of actual words that we're using in our heads. And so knowing that, then we go looking for the reason, right? We search for the reason and we find the description of a highly sensitive person, and lo and behold, oh my God, it feels like the puzzle pieces have fallen into place. So I'm here to tell you that we can fix this thought. We are completely 100% responsible for what we think about ourselves, are the thoughts that we have. And we talk ourselves in and out of states of consciousness with our thoughts. Our thoughts are one of the primary things that we do. We literally, with the thousands of thoughts we have every day, we talk ourselves in and out of states of consciousness. So how do we fix this? Like, how do we get to the root of this feeling? And what does that mean? If we're having this thought, it's because we are doing one thing wrong. We're making one primary mistake. And once we shift this, the whole thing kind of loosens up. And what is that primary mistake? That mistake is we're assigning power in the wrong place. So whenever we feel bad about something, it's because we are telling a story that there's a power imbalance and it's not in our favor. That's what negative emotion means, really. Negative emotion means we are telling a story where there's a power imbalance and it's not in our favor. So that we've lost, we're less than, we got screwed, we're flawed, we're different, we're a weirdo, we don't belong here, somebody else is better than us. The world is, the normal place and we're the strange ones. Those are all stories where the world has more importance and we have less. So what do? We ask when we're feeling this thought, when we have the thought pop into our head, and then our body is starting to agree with us. Yes, I feel like a weirdo. So then in the body, remember our experience of our body is thinking with our body. And thinking with our mind is the language we're using. So then our body is starting to feel sad. We start to feel the emotions in our body and the associated, body sensations of agreeing with that thought and feeling like crap, feeling lethargic, feeling small, contracted, sad, needing to shy away from the world, to hide ourselves, to the contraction. It's a very contracted feeling in the body. And so when we're thinking about power, let's revisit power real quick. So if we become aware, okay, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling flawed because I'm giving power to the outside world. I'm calibrating what I believe about myself from outside in, right? That's what we're doing. And so what we want to do, we're looking for evidence out in the world to bolster this belief of I feel flawed. I feel totally flawed. Yes, the world is telling me I am flawed. I see evidence of that. People are telling me I'm too sensitive. I can't hold a job. I'm just not happy. All my friends have gone away because they can't deal with me. We're calibrating from the outside in. We're allowing the evidence of the world to reinforce the feeling that we're flawed. We don't want to do this. You want to reverse that power? We have to calibrate from the inside out. Inside out. And that means taking a lot of power away from what's happening outside. That means just sometimes being the cheese standing alone. The cheese stands alone. The cheese stands alone. I think about this because I often, when I'm creating, if you want to be an active creator of your reality, this goes into the upper echelons of not only overcoming the things about being highly sensitive that are troublesome, worrisome, painful, but then it goes into reality creation. You start to you continue transcending into upper levels of mental control. And in doing that, you have to really be able to stand in a place where you may be the only one who knows your truth, and you have to be able to stand in it confidently. When you're creating your reality, which is something that I actively practice every day, it's okay. It's okay to stand alone in something and say, this is my truth and I believe in it. It doesn't matter what anybody else says, and that's okay. So that kind of confidence and that's calibrating from within. That's standing in a place of, this is just something I know. And regardless of whether the world is giving me evidence that it's true or not, this is just something I know to be true about myself, that I know about who I am. So we want to switch. We want to stop looking at holding these thoughts that are painful, that are deteriorating to us because, the outside world told me it's true. The outside world is a source of data that we can either use to our advantage, leverage, or ignore. We can leverage or ignore. And when we start to look at it like that, things matter less to us. We're not under the power. Again, this is about power. We're not under the control of the world and what's happening and feeling fearful because the world looks like it's crumbling. No, we start to stand in our own power and be this very sovereign entity. This is about taking back your ability to respond, your responsibility. 100%. You calibrate from within you and then emanate to the world. Instead of letting the world emanate to you and you believing it, getting on the boat with what the world's doing and feeling the associated emotions. So no matter how many times somebody has told you growing up you were flawed, no matter how many jobs you've lost, no matter how many times you've thought this thought, today, we're going to start right now. We're going to start right now and turn it around. We're going to calibrate from within and emanate out. So we're going to ask ourselves, where am I giving power? When we think this thought, okay, where am I giving my power away? What story am I telling where there's a power imbalance? Where am I giving the power? Sorry, I got an itchy nose. It could be anywhere. We could be giving the power to time. We could be giving the power to someone outside of us, to something outside of us, to an organization, to the world, to society, whatever we're seeing as better than us or more important than us, more normal than us. It's not true. Because really our experience of us, our I amness is the normal for us. We're never going to experience life from an entirely different perspective outside of our own. We can imagine and do that, momentarily, but our perception is from our point of consciousness. And so our perception and our point of consciousness is the norm. It's always going to be the norm. While you are incarnated in this body in this lifetime, this is your point of consciousness. That is pervasive from the moment you are born to the moment you die. And so that is the norm. So you get to consciously choose the quality, the feeling tone of that norm. And thinking thoughts like this, I'm flawed, just because the world Don't listen to the world. You get to choose the feeling, tone, and the quality of your I amness. And so you realize, okay, where am I giving my power away? And then you start calibrating from within. You start calibrating from within. You soften your thoughts. Soften your thoughts. And the thing is about this, the trick is you really have to believe it. And sometimes in the beginning when we're practicing affirmations, it feels a little bit off, like, okay. But the more we practice it, the more it does sink in, because we're using the same method that we reinforced the thought, I am flawed. We reinforced it through repetition, right? We thought it. Every time the world presented something to us, we thought to ourselves, I'm flawed. There's something wrong with me. So we reinforced it through repetition. Now we're going to undo it through repetition as well. So what's the next better feeling thought from that? I'm unique. I'm unique. That's a little bit softer than flawed. You know, it doesn't have the same feeling tone. I am a unique person. I am a unique and special person. Okay, so we've ascended the consciousness ladder a little bit more with that one. I'm unique. I'm unique. I'm unique. That's kind of a very neutral statement. And then as we practice that, I'm unique. I'm unique and special. Yeah, I'm pretty special. I'm special. I'm amazing. I'm pretty amazing. I'm pretty awesome. There's something really cool about me. Like I'm pretty awesome. I totally belong here. I can play with these cats. Like, I am awesome. You feel it going up? And then there's no one like me. There is no one like me. I am, wow. There is no one like me. I'm so individual and unique and awesome and amazing. You see how you can work yourself up through the consciousness tones, the tones of your consciousness, the flavor. And when I say tone, I mean the feeling tone. So that's what you're going to practice. Instead of, you're going to practice, for people who poo-poo affirmations, they were getting two things wrong. They weren't believing it. You have to reach for the next level, the next thought that feels believable, that you then practice. And you have to do through repetition. Again, affirmations are about repetition. It's about reprogramming your mind. So you can get from I'm flawed to there's nobody like me. I am amazing. Yeah, there is nobody like me. I am so unique and special. I walk into a room and people notice. I'm magnetic. You see, you can go from, I've been there. I've done the whole range, and I'm up here now, and I'm telling you, you can do the same thing. It's just like working out, it's just like when you're training yourself to run or training yourself to lift weights. You do a little bit at a time, and then one day you look around and you're up here and you're holding your own with anybody else in the gym, or you're holding your own with anybody else that's running on the path. Like, it just is a little bit every day, and it feels better. It feels better than thinking I'm flawed. So you'll feel better. You'll feel the difference in your body. And in doing that, you're actually going to a different point of consciousness. You're thinking different thoughts, you're feeling different feelings, and you've made it habitual. So you've shifted your consciousness effectively out of this feeling. You've popped yourself into a new persona. So let me know what you thought. Leave a comment if you're still watching, like this video, so that other HSPs can get this information and we can help them out of these states of feeling so small and contracted and miserable and in pain. Help out a fellow HSP by liking this. And if you haven't checked out my mini course, information is below, Emotional Mastery Basics for highly sensitive people. That's also a great place to start with doing similar things to this and starting to take conscious control of your perception, your point of consciousness, so that you can have a much easier, more pleasant, more enjoyable experience of being you. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.